Viewer discretion is advised.
Hello everybody and welcome back. We are going to do the second half trip. Well, not really second half. We're going to go find a new load to run. We actually already found one. We're going to go pick it up. This one's actually really short, so I don't know. It's hard to say if there's going to be another excuse me. It's hard to say if there's going to be another run after this or if this is going to be the last one. We got to see how it goes. But I saw this load and couldn't pass it up. Wanted to take it, so we're gonna go. Where are we going? We are going to. I guess I don't know. We're just gonna go this way. Yeah, I saw this load and I thought this would be pretty cool, so we're gonna take this. And where is it gonna be? A left or a right? I think it's gonna be a right. Yeah, it's gonna be a right. Oh, it's this stupid entrance. I hate this one. It's freaking archway. Oh, great. Alright, that wasn't too bad. Okay, so let's go ahead and pick up our air conditioners, which is something that I would love to, well, I own one, but I would love to have it on right now. Yeah, it's not too bad. It's a little warm in here. But air conditioning is amazing. I love air conditioning. I wish the day that they have like a air conditioning that you can have, like a portable air conditioner that you can move room to room, that is a reasonable size, but that is quiet. That will be the day that I'd shell out a ton of money for one of those, because that would be amazing. Because the only downside to my air conditioner is extremely loud. A very loud, just noise happening. So I don't run it. I typically don't run it when I record. This is actually probably, whoa, that guy was going quick. This is actually probably one of the few games that I could run it in, just because the background noise is an engine, so it's already kind of a, you know, loud noise happening, so you probably wouldn't be able to notice the AC. But I just don't like running it because it does get picked up by the microphone, only when the gate's open, but still, it's just not worth it. So, just gotta have clean audio. But, yeah, no, silent air conditioner, that would be amazing. Well, so let's check. We only gotta do 109 kilometers, so this is really gonna be super quick. I mean, really quick. So we might do another load after this, I don't know, we'll see. But, I mentioned towards the end of the last episode that, you know, I talked about it for quite some time, about half the last episode, and then that, you know, I got the clutch replaced in the Miata. Then I mentioned I haven't been able to drive it since I got that done. Well, I'll tell you why in a minute. Let me just get through. I hate these intersections. These are really bad. It's a two-way stop, and it's like a highway that you're trying to turn onto. So everyone's flying, and you gotta pull out here, and I think that guy's turning in. So yeah, I haven't driven it since I drove it back from the shop, and then I haven't driven it since because I bought an air intake for it, an open air intake, and there's a lot of controversy in an open air intake as well. You know, some people say that they don't do much. Other people say, oh, you're just soaking up the hot air of the engine. There's a lot of things about it. Personally, I like open air intakes, depending on the design on them. There is a lot where, you know, there's a couple open air intakes out there for NA Miatas, which is my Miata and NA, that will literally just have the filter sitting right next to the headers, and you go, well, that doesn't make much sense, because yeah, then you're just sucking up all that heat. The one I got actually curves up and around, and it actually sits off to the side. It actually sits right behind the driver's side pop-up headlight. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to purchase a vented headlight cover, because the NAs with their pop-up headlights have these little covers that you can put on top. So when the headlights are closed, obviously there's like a, you know, there's a cover on it. So I'm going to get one that has a vent in it, and then I will be the air will go right through that vent, and the filter is literally right there. So as I'm driving, air will be going through that vent, and it'll go right in that filter because it's literally right there. So that should counteract any, you know, heat soak from the engine that it's picking up. At the same time, I like open air intakes, and I don't call them cold air intakes. A lot of people call them cold air. I don't consider. The only time I really consider it cold air is if you're mounting it like in your bumper or something, really far, like you're routing all the way through your car to get really cold air coming in. But if it's in the engine compartment, I call them open air intakes, just because I like them, because they're not as restrictive as the stock OEM airbox, which for the Miata was an airbox that had a little snorkel coming off of it, which is pretty common. But the little snorkel, you know, they typically go into like a fender or something like this. This was just a little snorkel that went nowhere. It literally just ended in the engine compartment. So you went, well, what is this doing? This is getting me nothing. It's just making it so air has to come through one little tiny, you know, probably about an inch big hole. You're like, really? That's it? So decided to, again, I found one that was unbranded. It wasn't very expensive. It was just a no-brand thing, and I found out while installing it why it was no brand. But it was very cheap. It wasn't expensive at all. So I got it and installed it. But I would like to say it was just as easy as, well, I just threw it in the thing. No. This is something. My conclusion is this was something that somebody had made for their Miata, from parts that they had put together for themselves, and then thought, well, this worked out and was semi-easy. Let me just sell this with all these parts that I used, because it did not work out like it should have. I kept looking at the pictures of the first of all, no instructions for installation, no, like, you know, it wasn't a certified seller on eBay, but it was a they had quite a big, you know, they had like 90,000 reviews. I was like, well, they're not small, but no instructions, no nothing. Pretty much just, I had to go back to the sell page and like look at pictures. I'm looking at the pictures and I'm like, how did this guy fit that in there like that? And I'm looking at mine going, there's no way. And the picture that he was having was an NA Miata, because, I mean, NBs are pretty different. So I'm looking at it going, yeah, no, I have no idea how he fit that in there. So I had to do a lot of fiddling and a lot of messing around and a lot of just nonsense, and I finally got it in there. But the one thing that they didn't mention in the posting was you move the mass airflow sensor, which I saw, but the power cable for the mass airflow sensor is too short to reach where it sits now. So I don't have any sort of wiring tools to rewire that or lengthen it. I also don't have the skills or the confidence to do something like that. I don't like wiring. Wiring is something that I've never really, I haven't played with it, so I don't really understand it. So that's why I have no confidence with it, because it's something that I haven't done before. So, you know, I was like, I'll just leave it, and I'm gonna have a friend help me out, you know, this upcoming Saturday to lengthen the wires in there so I can reach it, and then I can hopefully start it and drive it and enjoy it. But it kind of sucks because I was like, I'm gonna throw this intake in real quick. You know, I thought it was gonna take me like, you know, not even a day, a couple hours, like throw it in, you know, be back on the road, enjoying the open air and the new clutch, and nope, doesn't work like that. And then on top of that, you know, trying to work on a car dealing with allergies and all that, it's just been, and heat, it's just been, yeah, it was not fun times. Lots of anger, lots of frustration. I need to get over. So, this Blues car is gonna let me in. Blues car. Appreciate it. Yeah, that was really quick. We might need to do another run. But yeah, so that's kind of what's been going on lately. Just a lot of nonsense, and trying to get ahead of schedule on videos again. Kind of falling a little behind with just being so drowsy lately and just not having energy to make videos, which has been the biggest problem, is not having energy. And nobody really wants to watch someone that doesn't have much energy, so you got to kind of be in the right mindset, and with having just allergies like crazy, it's really hard to be in that mindset. So, you know, it is what it is. That's why I'm kind of doing a Euro truck. They're a little more relaxed than most things. Also, like, if, you know, I can jump in and do like a GTA 5 multiplayer, because there's so many people there to kind of fill the void of entertainment. Like, it's not just me, it's not like me on a stage, it's me and a couple people, so it makes it a little easier. I can kind of take it a little easy and not have to be the main attraction. It's just, so, you know, for lack of better words, pretty much. Oh, man. Come on. Go. Go. I'm pretty sure we got a red, but whatever. I was sticking out there, so I'm not going to get a red light ticket, and there's nobody coming the other way anyway. Okay, let's go ahead and just pull in, drop our truck off. Lots of cables in this city. Drop our truck off, drop our trailer off. We want the truck. We want to keep the truck. We don't want to give them the truck. Okay. Yeah. What is that? Oh, look, a tread. That's pretty cool. Yeah, it's this trailer and that trailer are all from that, like, what is it, that heavy cargo DLC that came out a little while ago. It was on sale on Steam one day, and I was like, oh, that'd be cool to pick up. Oh, come on. Whew, man, it's getting hot. It is getting hot. Ironic, dropping off air conditioners. All right. So parking brake is on. Flashers are off. Let's go and drop the trailer. So we went 114 kilometers. Not very much. Took us an hour and 53 minutes. 51 liters of fuel. $5,100. 204 XP. Really wasn't that big of a run. Let's just do a quick thing here. See if we have. Where's that one going? No. Let's sort by route length. Is that the shortest? Yeah, okay. All right, we're gonna take this quick load of sawdust panels, is I believe what it is. Woo, that's a fence. Let's get out of this city. I'm not getting great frames in this city. There's a lot of shit in this city, a lot of detail. I'm looking at getting a new graphics card. Probably gonna get one here soon. Very excited about it. Finally got, I guess, released to the public, or people or companies got them in stock finally, or something. I'll talk about what it is in a second. Let me just get. Multitasking is not strong with me with all this allergy medication. All right, come on, let's get through this. We just go. I'm just gonna go right after this green car. Have the momentum. Take it. Ooh, man, that was a fast corner. Where the freak are we picking this thing up? Gonna be outside the city? Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I'm looking at getting a new graphics card. Looking at getting a 980. You know, I was looking at getting a 780 Ti for a little while there, just because a little bit cheaper than the 980s, and they had some stats are a little better than the 980s, some were, you know, worse. So it was you know, I was comparing between the two. The 980 was definitely really good. The 780 Ti's were really good, but the only problem is the 780 Ti's were getting very difficult to find. I was actually trying to find places that had them in stock, and it wasn't happening. A lot of places just were like, yeah, no, we're not getting this back. You know, we're sold out, we're done, we're not ordering more. So, you know, I was thinking to myself, well, if I want a SLI one day, which for those of you that don't know, it's having two graphics cards. Well, unless you're, if you're doing AMD cards, then it's Crossfire, but with NVIDIA cards, it's SLI. So I want to, if I want a SLI one day, you have to SLI with two of the same cards. So I thought, let me get a card that is good, that I you know, that's something that's good that I'm going to be able to find is going to be around for a while. And NVIDIA has been kind of getting rid of the 700 series, you know, because the 900 is here and whatnot. So it's, you know, I was like, I started looking more at, yeah, sawdust panels, 13 tons of sawdust panels.